Hi, this is a continuation of the previous video. Okay, this is considered as a part number 3. Okay, I'm going to show more identities, going to show more trigonometric identities, okay, regarding these trigonometry formulas. Okay, so now I will start with now we already proved these expressions. The theta from 0 to pi over 2, we found cosine theta equal to sine pi over 2 minus theta. The theta between pi over 2 to pi, we found cosine theta plus pi over 2 equal to minus theta, as well as sine theta plus pi over 2 equal to cosine theta. Also, we found from pi over 2 to pi theta. We found also theta between pi over 2 to pi. We found cosine theta minus pi equal to minus cosine theta. We found also sine theta minus pi equal to sine theta. Okay, I'm going to transfer this expression into the new equations. Okay, so now, since I have this formula, I have cosine sine plus pi over 2, okay, equal to minus sine theta, okay, is given information because we already proved this one by using the unit circle, okay, by using the projection, the extension on vertical axis and horizontal axis, you will find these equations, okay. So now, equal to this one minus theta, I'm going to start with this one to arrive to new equation. So this one I can rewrite it as a cosine theta multiplied by cosine pi over 2, okay, minus sine theta multiplied by sine pi over 2, okay, by replacing. So now, by replacing phi equal to pi over 2, okay, we will find cosine theta plus phi, okay, equal to cosine theta multiplied by cosine phi minus sine theta multiplied by sine phi, okay. I found the new equation, okay. Let's call it equation number 1, okay. Let's work in cosine theta minus pi equal to minus cosine theta. Since we already proved cosine theta minus pi equal to minus cosine theta by using the unit circle, okay, we found cosine theta minus pi equal to minus cosine theta. I can rewrite it on this form again. So this one equal to cosine theta multiplied by cosine pi plus sine theta multiplied by sine pi, okay. By replacing phi by pi, okay, equivalent, we'll see the new equation. Cosine theta minus phi, I'm just putting phi equal to pi, okay. This one is equal to cosine theta multiplied by cosine phi, I'm just replacing it, plus sine theta multiplied by sine phi. Okay, now I found new equation, okay. Let's call it equation number 2, okay. Now I have another equation regarding sine. Sine, we have sine theta, we have sine theta plus pi over 2, equal to cosine theta, because we were already we have sine theta plus pi over 2 equal to cosine theta. By using unit circle, okay, proof, you will find this one. Now I'm using it, okay. Since sine theta plus pi over 2 equal to cosine theta, because by using the unit circle proof, you will find this one, okay, and I'm keeping using it now. Okay, since we have sine theta plus pi over 2 equal to cosine theta, by using the unit circle proof, you will find this identity, okay. Now you can use it, okay, here. So this one I can rewrite again on the other form. So this one sine equal to sine theta multiplied by cosine pi over 2 plus cosine theta multiplied by sine pi over 2, okay. By replacing phi by pi over 2, we will find sine theta plus phi equal to sine theta multiplied by cosine phi plus cosine theta multiplied by sine phi, okay. Now I found third equation, okay. Let's call it equation number 3, okay. Since we have sine of theta minus pi over 2, okay. No. I have sine of theta minus pi, okay, equal to, as I found before, equal to sine theta equal to sine theta multiplied by cosine pi, okay. Sine theta minus pi equal to sine theta. Since we have sine theta minus pi equal to sine theta, because we already proved that by using the unit circle, we found this one, sine theta minus pi equal to sine theta. Now I'm using it now here, okay. So sine theta minus pi equal to sine theta multiplied by cosine pi minus cosine theta multiplied by sine pi, okay. This one, by replacing phi by pi, we will find sine theta multiplied by cosine phi minus cosine theta multiplied by sine phi, okay. Now I have a fourth equation, okay. Now let's clean up the board and put this fourth equation at the top and continue with the rest, okay. Now I have proved 4 equations, okay. I'm going to find the link between these 4 equations, okay. Since we are going to add first equation on second equation, okay. 1 plus 2 equations equivalent. If you add this one on this one, okay, so let's cosine theta plus phi plus cosine theta minus phi equal cosine theta multiplied by cosine phi minus sine theta multiplied by sine phi plus cosine theta multiplied by cosine phi plus sine phi multiplied by sine theta multiplied by sine phi, okay. This one is going to cancel out the sine theta and the sine phi, okay. So I will have equivalent, I will have cosine theta plus phi plus cosine theta minus phi equal to 2 times cosine theta cosine phi. Okay, now I'm going to replace if theta equal to phi. Okay, this one equivalent cosine 2 theta plus cosine 0. Okay, because theta equal to phi, theta minus phi equal to 0, equal 2 times cosine theta squared, because we will have phi equal to theta, so that means we have 2 cosine squared theta. Okay, equivalent cosine 2 theta cosine 0 equal to 1. Okay, plus 1 equal 2 times cosine squared theta is equivalent cosine 2 times theta equal, I'm going to bring number 1 to the other side, become minus 1, so 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. Okay, I have a new equation. Okay, so this one, let's call it fifth equation. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, now let's put equation number 3 and number 4 together, add 3 and 4 to see what's giving us. So we have sine theta plus phi plus this one sine theta minus phi equal to sine theta multiplied by cosine phi plus cosine theta multiplied by sine phi plus sine theta multiplied by cosine phi minus cosine theta multiplied by sine phi. Okay, equivalent, this one sine theta plus phi plus sine theta minus phi. This one we have cosine theta minus cosine theta sine phi will be cancelled out. Okay, so we have cosine theta multiplied by sine phi will be cancelled out. One is plus, the other one is minus. So I will have 2 times. So by replacing theta by phi, so we'll have sine theta plus theta, which is sine 2 theta, plus theta minus phi, which is theta minus theta, equal to 0. So we will have sine theta plus theta plus sine theta minus theta equal to 0, theta minus theta equal 2 times sine theta multiplied by cosine theta. Okay, this one equivalent sine theta plus theta is a sine 2 theta, theta sine theta minus theta equal to sine of 0, which is 0. So 2 sine theta multiplied by cosine theta, we have 2 sine theta multiplied by cosine theta. So now I have a new equation. So sine 2 theta equal to 2 times sine theta multiplied by cosine theta. Okay, so we already have tangent theta equal to sine theta over cosine theta. We proved also cosine square theta plus sine square theta equal to 1. We proved also cosine square theta equal to 1 over 1 plus tangent square theta by replacing this first equation in the second equation. Okay, let's name this one 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4, equation number 5. Okay, so by finding this one, just replace this one into this one, is giving you this one. Okay, I already proved this one, cosine 2 times theta equal to 2 cosine square theta minus 1. We proved also sine 2 theta equal to 2 sine theta multiplied by cosine theta. Okay, Now let's move on to make the link between cosine and sine and tangent. Okay, 2 theta equal 2 times cosine square theta minus 1. Okay, so equivalent cosine square theta equal to cosine 2 times theta plus 1 over 2. Okay, I'm pulling out cosine square theta. Okay, I'm bringing number 1 to the other side and divide by 2. Okay, it's giving me this one. So in the same time, this one equal to this equation that I proved before. Okay, so 1 equal to 1 over 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, by multiplying both sides 1 plus tangent square theta by cosine 2 theta plus 1 equal to 1 is giving us equivalent 2 equal to cosine 2 theta plus 1 multiplied by 1 plus tangent square theta equivalent 2 equal to cosine by distributing this one. So cosine by distributing this one, 2 equal to cosine 2 theta multiplied by 1 plus cosine 2 theta multiplied by tangent square theta. Okay, this one equivalent multiply, this is equivalent cosine 2 theta multiplied by 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, plus number 1 is multiplied by number 1 in the same time is multiplied by tangent square theta. Okay, so this one equal to number 2. Okay, I'm going to bring number 1 and tangent square theta to the other side. I will have cosine 2 theta multiplied by 1 plus tangent square theta equal to 2 minus 1 minus tangent square theta. I will have 1 minus 2 minus 1 equal to 1 minus tangent square theta. So equivalent cosine 2 theta equal to 1 minus tangent square theta. I'm just dividing both sides by 1 plus tangent square theta. 1 plus tangent square theta. Now I have another equation. Okay, now let's move on to the last equation. Okay, we have sine 2 theta equal to 2 times, in the fifth equation I have sine 2 theta equal to 2 times sine theta multiplied by cosine theta. Okay, as you see here we have this first equation tangent theta. As you see here in the first equation I have tangent theta equal to sine theta over cosine theta. I'm just plugging sine theta into, I'm just replacing sine theta by cosine theta multiplied by tangent theta. Okay, so this one is giving us cosine theta multiplied by tangent theta multiplied by cosine theta. This one is giving us 2 times tangent theta multiplied by cosine square theta. Okay, so I have sine 2 theta equal to 2 times tangent theta. I'm going to replace cosine square by this one, by 1 over 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, so 1 over 1 plus tangent square theta. We have it in the third equation. Okay, so this one is giving us 2 times tangent theta over 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, now I have this last equation, sine 2 theta equal 2 times tangent theta over 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, this is new equation that I have now. This is the last equation that I have now. So in the next video, I will continue with trigonometry functions, okay? By solving the equations and graphing, okay? The sine, cosine, and tangent functions, okay? This is a good place where I can stop. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video. Bye.